Let's get into it.
Welcome to the Kandid shop. We speaking on things you not. Just press play and let it rock. Hey, welcome to the Kandid shop. Whoa, welcome to the Kandid shop. We speaking on things you not. Just press play and let it rock. Hey, welcome to the Kandid shop. Oh, feel like we going through mad things. Gotta keep it real when they choose not. We gon' talk about it when the news drop. Welcome to the show where you know we don't fake this. Keep your opinion to yourself if it don't make sense.
Hey, Podcast Nation, it's your girl, Candidly Kristen, and this is the Kandid Shop, your number one destination for candid conversations. I am super excited to be joined today for a very special artist spotlight by renowned singer, speaker, activist, philanthropist, educator, producer, author of The 5-Star Points for Success, Manifest Your Dreams, Live Your Purpose, Live Your Life's Purpose, and founder of The Spirit of Oya, Miss Oya Thomas, aka Oya. Welcome, Oya, to the Kandid Shop.
Peace and blessings. How are you?
I'm good. We already talked about how hot it was, so we're not going to do that again. But I am over the top excited to have this opportunity to chat with you. The song that you created for World Unity Day, Look at Us Rise, that song just kind of it was a gut punch for me. It was beautifully done. I do a radio show where I often highlight days, and I was like, oh, it's World Unity Day. And then I saw your song, and I did a post about it. It just really, and from that day to this, I've been low-key stalking you, like on online stalking. I was like, let me see who she is, let me see her stuff. But I am I can't even tell you how honored I am to have you on the show. So
Thank you. Yeah, it's so awesome because I did see you pop into an interview that I had on Instagram Live. So that was awesome because you got to know a little bit more about me. So that's really cool. I really appreciate it. And I'm so elated that you enjoy this song and understand what goes behind the song and what the core of the song is.
Absolutely.
So it is really important to me. This is a song to really start the conversation about rising above adversity and discrimination and hate and us all coming together. Mm-hmm. We have to unite in love and come together. And that's what this is all about. One love, we are all spiritual beings having a human experience. We're all human. We're all love, and is doing the best that I can through my platform, through music and arts, what I was born to do, to share that and express that and educate and, help people to see that within their own self, let alone others. We got to see it within ourselves.
Absolutely.
I just really believe that when you really truly experience love and know that you're love, it's really challenging, very difficult to hate anybody else.
Absolutely.
Like you really know the true core of love. I mean, not the superficial ego. Like I'm talking about like real love. Like when you love yourself and really know that, I'm talking about the heart, the soul, the spirit of it. It's like, you can't even fix your mouth or your thoughts to be mean to someone else. Yes. So that's a lot of the work that I do, because as you know, hurt people, and people that don't know what we're talking about and have been talking about, you and I, that's how things can really start to go downhill. And so this work is about going uphill, flying, soaring, loving,
rising.
Looking us rise, right? So
yes. So let me ask you this: who is Oya Thomas?
Well, I am a happy little girl that loves to play and enjoy life. Take time to smell the roses and look at the little honeybees do their job and pollinate. And I love to stop and meet all the fluffy animals when I'm out on walks.
Me
I
too.
love to literally sing to the animals, especially when I'm on the East Coast and I take my walks and I go for my hikes. I sing to the deer and they really hang out with me. My friends call me Snow White. I just love to connect. I love love. Nice. And everything that I do is about love. Everybody has their own vehicle and how they can do their thing. And my voice happens to be that. So whether I'm singing or speaking through whatever I'm training, whether it's in a school or working one-on-one with someone, if I'm on a stage, just doing a concert versus doing a training, it's all about love. It's all about love. So I'm the presence of love. I am love. And I've always, since a kid, wanted everybody to love and be happy and smile. Smile, smile, smile. Because I know if you're smiling, then you're experiencing the love. You're happy, you're in joy, you're in peace. And so that's what I'm about, having fun.
Okay. So tell me, where did your love affair with music start?
It started singing in church with my father. Okay. I started singing when I was 3 years old. And that's where it really began. And I saw people feel. I saw people connect. I remember almost having even like an outer body experience of observation while I was singing, watching how people would really connect and feel. And then when my father would sing in church solo by himself sometimes, and I would be sitting in the pews, I would be admiring him and his amazing voice. But then I would look around and I would see people connecting, touching their hearts, clapping, praising the Lord, but feeling it was something so deep. It was something so connected. Yeah. And then fast forward to my debut in preschool, where I hit the stage for what I would call a professional appearance, because it wasn't in church. And I sang "Mama, Don't Let Your Babies Grow Up to Be Cowboys" graduation, which, by the way, is on one of my latest projects. Thank You for the Memories. It's a whole tribute to Willie Nelson.
No, I saw that.
Yeah. And it's because I fell in love with him, because I sang that song. And I just dove into who is Willie Nelson? Who is this man with the two pigtails I wear? But I sang it. And the thing is, I saw people giggle. I saw people laugh. And it was the joy that music could bring. So then I started doing it everywhere. I would be at a family gathering and I would be playing on the piano. Now, mind you, honey, I didn't know what I was playing. It was nonsense, or I was just hitting notes. But I knew my pitch though. Now at that age, if I hit a note, I could hit that same note. So if I hit that note, I would sing. And I never forget this first song that I wrote about roller skating. We're going to go roller skating. We're going to have a good time. And I was singing the song, and everybody in my aunt's house was laughing. I mean, laughing so hard and smiling. And all those moments that I'm sharing with you, it told me, it reminded me of what I was born to do at that early age. Apparently this is what I was born to do. Right. That moment, I knew that music, singing, bringing joy through voice that way, through my father, all my experiences up to that moment, I knew that this is what I was born to do.
Got it. And you know what? A lot of people spend a lifetime searching for that. So that you knew that and had that so early is amazing. And your voice is dope. So you were right. That's what you were born to do, as far as I'm concerned.
Yeah. And then later as a child, I found out about psychology. And then I recognized that that was a part of what I was also born to do, because I was just so intrigued with how people could talk to people and help them release and let go and help them through things. And this was around 8 years old. So this is, some years later.
Okay.
And then it hit me, and I got how I would recognize how people in church back from the time when I was 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, right?
Mm-hmm.
They would be so connected, and they would be so, yes, they would be so hyped up, right, with the energy. But then being an observant child, I really noticed that the adults would not be as happy as they were on Sunday, come Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. Fighting with bills, fighting in a relationship,
Right.
my friends, at school, if their parents are going through a divorce, or, different things happen in the community. Unfortunately, I would see certain things like that, and people losing loved ones from like getting shot down the street or whatever the case might be. And if you hear what we talked about from the beginning of this interview to where we're at now, you can see how all of this is integrated and how this formed me, because it goes back to hurt people,
Yeah.
and the pain and the hurt and the anger and all these things that happen. And I wanted to be a part of that. I wanted to be a part of that movement. And I wanted to figure out how I could integrate my voice in singing and speaking to inspire, and then also to really counsel. And then that's why I sat my parents down at 8 and said, hey, I want to use my voice to like sing and entertain people and inspire people and, motivate them. And then also I want to go to school for psychology, so then I can help them process it all, so that they're not just inspired by my voice singing, but then they know what to do. They know what to do. Like they have the tools. So that's how it all really got going.
Okay. All right. So, I told you I low-key stalked you after I heard your song, Look at Us Rise. So, excuse me, I was on your website, and a quote that was on there grabbed me. So I grabbed it, and I'm going to just read it real quick. It said, "Singing actually saved my life. Where I come from, life isn't something you live, it's something you endure. Through sheer stubbornness and the love of making people smile, I fought to become a person that could empower those around me. Learning what it took to build relationship and create spaces not only fostered growth, but rewarded it." I thought that was just dope. So I read that to ask you, Spirit of Oya. On your site, it said it's more than a moment, it's a movement. So that quote and the Spirit of Oya, how do they go together? I just want you to talk to me really about the Spirit of Oya, what it is, what you do in general.
Yeah, it's really about being in the spirit, It's really about being connected to your soul. It's really about the truth. It's about the love that we talked about. This is a movement. Like, this isn't just me singing just to have people like dance and say, "Ooh, you have like you said, I got a dope voice." That's awesome. I appreciate that. But that's not what it's about. I don't just, sing to sing.
Right.
Right. It's what's at the core of it. It's what's in the heart of it. Right. What's in the love of it. Right. It's my way. Like, we have painters, we have dancers, we have, everybody has something that they do in their ministry. You could be a dentist. I mean, you can be a teacher. You could be whatever it is that you do within that. We're all needed. But what are you doing with your platform in sharing love and bringing us all together in love? Yeah. So that's what it's about. And it's me connecting those dots and the pieces to the puzzle that I shared with you as a young child, and never forgetting my little girl. I'm with the little girl in me is what I tell people is it's the essence of who you are. And so this is who I live for. Like, I always promised that I was never going to become an adult that was bogged down with life and forgot the joy, the pure joy and awe of living. So when you asked me earlier about who I am, that's like literally, you will catch me somewhere and I'm going to stop and I'm going to look at the little lizards walking by. Because it's just so, it feels like fluffy happiness and joy. And it's like it is how I start off my morning or wrap up my evening, depending on, how the day goes. And it keeps me mentally healthy and well to help others. And simply beyond that, allows me to experience joy every day. Yeah. And it's like, if you're not experiencing that, then what's the point? I'm not here to get up and do a job and pay bills and go to sleep and wake up. Like, that's a part of things that we have to do. And, we pay for our mortgage, our rent, our car, our food. I get all of that, but it's more to it. There's more to it. And we can't forget that little boy or that little girl inside of us. We can't do that. No, and that's a lot of the times why a lot of us have problems, because we did forget who we are.
Mm-hmm. Listen, I tell people all the time, if I see a swing set, like a real swing set, I'm swinging.
Oh, all the time.
See how high I can go.
I'm telling you, I can't pass by one either. Are you kidding me?
Yeah.
But a lot of
they
people
don't even have seesaws anymore. But let there be a seesaw. Get on the other end. Let's go.
Let's go. I mean, but a lot of people deny that energy inside of them because they feel like that's immature. That's not adult. You can't do the things. No, I don't care what anybody says. You're going to see me skipping. You're going to see me right here on the, when I take out, I have some friends that say that I take out their kids as an excuse because then I get to go to
the playground
or go to the playground, get my face painted. I really don't need them as an excuse, but it's cool. Like, yeah.
Yeah. Listen, I'm going to always try to honor the inner child.
Do or do not. There is no try by my mentor, Yoda.
Yes, indeed. Yes, indeed. So how does your music intersect with the spirit of Oya?
So going back to the early years, once again, not forgetting my little self singing in church. That I learned for me that my voice, like my father's voice, where I learned, it just stopped everyone in their tracks. Like music is powerful, and music can be used on both sides of the spectrum.
Yeah,
and it can move to negative energy or positive energy, and that's just life in general, right? What do you choose? Right. And so the music, it gets people's attention. And then I learned that then they could hear me. I could share with them through music, and then the words through the lyrics, and then the words through me expressing, whether that's, through the keynote, doing any of my talks or trainings, that we could really engage in a deeper way. And so that is how they intersect. That's how they're integrated. It took me some time to figure it all out.
Right.
I didn't have support with anybody helping me to figure that out because nobody understood it. Nobody understood it. When I told you, when I sat my parents down, they're like, what? When I told my friends, they're like, what? I even had a teacher I told to, and she told me to sit my buns back down, that it was a stupid idea.
Wow.
And she told me I needed to figure something else out. There's no way that I was going to go to school for psychology and do this weird thing I'm talking about. And she told me to sit down. She told me it was dumb. It was never going to work.
Wow.
So I had rejection after rejection after rejection by people that really just thought my idea was dumb and stupid, that I was stupid. And then other people that loved me but didn't understand. They didn't have the bandwidth or the capacity. And then
Got
some
it.
people that loved me that were trying to protect me, because being an artist in a lot of people's view is really a dumb idea, because it's not going to pay the bills and you're going to be struggling and you're not going to be happy. And so there's so many different things swirling around
Mhm.
that could have stopped me. But like you said, what I said in that quote, like I was a hard-headed, stubborn little girl, and I was no for an answer. And I really pushed through, and it was hard. And there were different things that happened along the way, from, having to separate myself from people.
Mm.
And it was some really hard times in that. It was, but I pushed through, and I'm so grateful because I'm here now. But yeah, I mean, there were people I really had to completely separate from, and then separate for some time until we could heal, because they didn't accept me, and I wouldn't accept them not accepting me.
Right. So who's Oya's tribe? Like, who are the people that just get your vision for the spirit of Oya?
So my father, that everyone will continue to hear me talk about, may he rest in peace, because he's crossed over.
Okay.
He's transitioned. He was here physically, and he still remains spiritually a very huge and I keep saying that for the rest of the podcast. And my grandmother, who also transitioned right after him. So that was a very rough time, but it was also a very beautiful time, because during that time there was it was like a rededication to my purpose, because my aunt asked me to sing at my grandmother's funeral.
Okay.
And my aunt forgot that it was my birthday of the day of my grandmother's funeral. My mother, nobody was thinking about my birthday, because everybody was grieving and mourning my grandmother, the matriarch of the family.
Right.
But in that moment, when I was singing at her funeral and speaking, and I left the church, standing in the front, there was so many people that it came up to me, because it's the same church that I grew up in with my father, my mom, and my brother, my family. And they told me that they had to open their eyes, because they thought my father was back there again singing.
What did you sing?
Precious Lord.
Okay.
That was my grandma's song.
Okay.
And it really hit me when they told me that, about legacy, and what it actually means for your legacy, your spirit, to live on even after someone passes.
Yeah.
And like how my grandmother and my father, that I could continue to allow their message, to live on.
Yeah.
And my sounding board, my brother, the one person that never said I couldn't do anything. Now he was young. He didn't know how to tell me how to do stuff. But if I told him I was going to do a concert on the moon, he'd be like, okay, what year? How we going to do it? He always left it to me to figure it out, but he never, my parents, everybody, they're like, no, that's not going to happen. You just need to go on and get a good state job with benefits.
Right.
You know what I mean? It was that kind of thing. But he was the only person in my life that was just like, okay. He might go back to eating his cereal, but he'd be like, okay, all right, cool. If I tell him something, all right. And now after we have social proof, I've proven myself over the years. If I tell him now, and it could even be crazier, it's still like, well,
okay.
anybody can do it. And if I tell him something even wilder now, I'm like, this is my goal for next year. He'd be like, all right. He'll go back to touching the cereal. Some things never change, But yeah, those are, and then around that core of that immediate family like that, I have some really good soul sisters and brothers that, you know what I mean? Like, just like you have real good friends.
Them good good
that
friends.
You really grow up with, that really love you. There's no competition.
Right.
You know what I mean? If anything, it's a fun, healthy competition. Like, no, I'm gonna get that first. But I mean, but there's no jealousy. There's like, we about to do this. And you're like so excited to see their success.
Yeah.
That is priceless.
Absolutely.
And we need that.
Yeah.
We really need that. We're social creatures. We are not meant to do this alone. And that again, going back to the song, look at us rise, right?
Yeah.
It's about us coming together. We need unity. We need to come together. We need to hold hands. We need to commune. We need to communicate. We need to love each other. It's not a want. It's a need.
It's a need.
And so those are my loving tribe members that I'm so grateful for, and as that really have helped me along the way.
Awesome. So I'm gonna pivot a little bit because I want to talk to you about your book, the 5-star points for success, because I kind of messed it up in the intro. So it is the 5-star points for success. Manifest your dreams, live your life's purpose. Did that book precede the forming of the spirit of Oya as it exists today, or was the book born from the spirit of Oya? Like, which came first?
Oh, no. It's funny. I don't know if you had the opportunity to read it.
I got it, but I ain't read it yet.
Okay, well, I'm pretty sure that you're going to enjoy it, and I can't wait to hear your favorite parts and some of the things that you can really All
right, now you said that I'm gonna get on your nerves. You're gonna be like, dang.
I'm because I love to hear like what are the things that help somebody heal, grow, transform, make different moves personally, professionally.
Right.
So the 5-star points for success. I didn't know that it started from my childhood, growing up, the stuff that we're talking about. I didn't know that was the book that was in me to share, but it's coupled with my life experience personally and professionally, as well as with my education in psychology and spiritual psychology, and also that I'm also a certified feng shui practitioner. And I also got that certification because when you start getting deeper into psychology and spiritual psychology, you recognize that what's going on the outside of you is but an outer manifestation of what's going on the inside.
Ooh, say that again.
What you see, what's going on the outside is but an outer manifestation of what's going on the inside. So I was intrigued with feng shui for years before that.
Okay.
And I would read books and stuff because I just like it, just like the design and all that. I was like, oh, this is really cool and stuff. But then when I really started to go deeper in that, I was like, wow, this is really cool. So it wasn't so much about me wanting to go in someone's home and like design, like this needs to go here, this and that. It was more about that, even though I had to do that to actually get certified.
Right.
But it was more for me. What my specialty is in feng shui is about environmental affirmations. So you'll find in the chapter certain things that I talk about where people don't recognize things that they have in their home or their office that's really actually not serving them.
That's interesting.
It's very interesting. When I actually do my master class and I teach it and people get to the environment section, they didn't really think that the environment section was going to be as powerful as it is, because I'm talking about the environment that you live in, the environment within your own temple, the environment of your friends, things like what you just asked me about your tribe. So it's really my life work through the education, the personal and professional experience that really, really shows people how I really push through. I utilize the 5-star points for success in my own life. And as I level up, because it grows with you as you can continue to grow, you can continue to use those exercises and keep leveling up personally, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, environmentally, and financially. It continues to help you scale your business. So once upon a time when you wanted to have, you thought, oh, I only want to make, a few thousand a month. Okay, no, now I want to make 10,000 a month. Okay, now I'm going to 30,000, 50,000, 100,000, so on and so forth. So it's all encapsulated into this system, the 5-star points for success. And the 5-star points for success starts with your mission, purpose, and intentions. And then the 5-star points is the mind, body, spirit, emotions, and environment. And then that last chapter is revamp your money mindset. And it's all integrated to show all the importance of it all and that connection for us to really be healthy and whole and live harmoniously.
Okay. And y'all gonna have to get the book if you want more than that. Okay.
Or come to the master class. You can find the link to my master class on Instagram. Just click the link in my bio and it'll go there and it'll be updated on my website. Whenever you're listening to this, you'll either be able to catch a live master class or, get another one at a later date, a pre-recorded one, or you'll be able to get into the whole Spirit of Oya ecosystem if you just, check me out on those platforms. It'll be there for you to catch.
And y'all know I'm going to have all of the deets in the show notes, everything.
Yeah.
But get the book first and read that because I am excited to read it. Like Manifest Your Dream, Live Your Life's Purpose.
Now I do have a masterclass coming up next weekend now.
All right.
So that's coming on up. So let me know if you want to attend.
All right. Listen, I am absolutely trying to, because I podcast and I always say my hashtag is podcasting with a purpose because I believe that this is my purpose to share different people like you with the world. People that may not have ever heard about you and they're like, oh, who's this? And she wrote this and, so I absolutely may be interested in that master.
Yeah, let me know. I just, back again now, following the story, the reason why I wrote the book and really began to take my motivational speaking seriously in everything that I do now is because of the very thing that I told you as a child. I would see people connect, but then they would deflate. And then as I got older and I wanted to see motivational speakers and stuff, it was the same thing. Right. Whether it's a pastor or if it's a motivational speaker and everybody be like, yeah, woohoo, yeah, man, I'm going to do it. And then they would be at that conference and they'd be all hyped up. And then they get home and they say, wait, now how am I going to do this? And then it's like everything, the money that they invested in going to that conference or that motivational talk for whatever what amazing speaker they went to go see, they didn't have any real takeaways or tools. They didn't have the strategies. Right. They didn't know what to do. They didn't understand what needed to be done. Like I work with some people that have spent tens of thousands of dollars working with amazing mentors. I'm talking about from 10,000 to 100,000 and everything in between. And they did nothing with it because there were other things that were going on inside of them that needed to be healed because of their limiting beliefs. They didn't believe in themselves. Whatever was going on, they couldn't even take the steps that an amazing mentor might give them because they were paralyzed with fear for other reasons. So those are the people that I love working with so we can get them out of that and heal so that they can really move forward and live the life they deserve.
Right. I love it. I absolutely love it.
And make the money they deserve too within that
they keep trying to manifest.
Yeah.
Yes.
Keyword trying once again.
Right.
We don't try. Everybody knows within the whole Spirit of Oya ecosystem and my memberships and everything that I do, they know that that's a bad word. So when they come into my workshops and somebody says try, because it's a normal word. We say it sometimes, right? But they're like, I'm sorry. They know it's a bad word. That's like using the F word or something in my class.
Okay, no try. Just do or don't.
Either gonna do it, or you're not gonna do it. What's the decision for real?
What's it gonna be? So listen, ma'am,
Let's go
how
on bed.
How does Oya define success for herself?
Mm, it's really joy. It's really love. It's really peace. Happiness, I use the word happy a lot because people really connect to happiness. But
Right.
happiness is a fleeting thing. It can go and come.
Yes. Oh, Jesus.
You feel me?
Yes.
So you really want to reside in joy and love
Yes.
and peace.
Yes.
And then I just collect happiness deposits every day.
Ooh.
Like, so when I'm outside and, and somebody's dog runs up to me and I get to talk to them and play with them or go play with, my friends or family, or have a great time like I did last night at my show and was grooving and everybody was on the dance floor and we were having a ball.
Right.
Those are collecting happiness, little deposits,
Nice.
right? But the thing about that is if you're really not in peace and joy and love, I could have done that show last night and got a high, right, from that, and then come back to my miserable life if that's what it was, but it's not. But
Right.
that's a lot of even like the celebrities that I work with. That's one of the things that we talk about. And then a lot of people that are not even celebrities, but high profile people in corporate, where
Right.
they put on their suit and they get a high from that, but then they come home and they're not happy. Imagine the boardroom platform is just like being on a stage, having thousands of people, like scream your name and be so excited about your show, or you being in the head of the boardroom and, people are looking up to you and you feel great in that moment in time. But then when it's all done and you take that suit off, or you take those eyelashes off and take those heels off, or you
take the wig off,
whatever it is, then now you back to the sadness, right? And it's like you come home to nothing.
Mm-hmm.
But the thing is like, it's not about coming home to nothing in your actual home. It's about what's inside of you, where you don't feel worthy. You don't feel that love. That's why it's about you connecting to the truth and to love and being, we got to connect people back to that, because a lot of people feel disconnected. Mm-hmm. So that's what it's really all about.
Okay. Well, I love that definition of success. I really do.
Everything else comes with it now. Like, I mean,
yes,
it's like, because a lot of people, I'm going to tell you this, like when people really get what I do, and especially people like they're in business and the corporation stuff, whatever, or even people that already have money and they realize that money doesn't really make them happy.
Right.
The thing is that people don't really come to me to like, that's not their goal to make money. It's just a byproduct. Right. We don't really even focus on that at first. We work on the person first. And then it's like, okay, now you can attract, and now you know your worth, and now you can really make that money that you deserve. Right. It's a byproduct. And all of a sudden they make more money than they ever imagined that they could make. Right.
Yeah.
But it's really about the person first, because money is not the notoriety, the fame, all of that, the position. Yeah, that's not really gonna have you really truly happy, where I say that goes to the joy, the love, and the peace of mind. That's priceless.
Priceless.
I don't care how much money. I mean, and think about it. Unfortunately, we see, I don't know, looked at my platform and, went to the suicide prevention and stuff. But that's exactly the reason why I talk about these things, because it's a lot of people that we've seen, right, that have the biggest names, the biggest brands, and they commit suicide. So explain that.
So the money ain't it. It's not the end all and the be all. It's got to be more than that.
Yeah.
Yes, I'm actually doing an episode soon on suicide, because we're coming up on the seasons, changing the holiday season, and this is a tough time for a lot of people. So
yeah, I actually have a song that I'm going to be releasing later this month, and it's called Holiday Blues.
Nice.
The very thing that you're talking about. Holiday Blues was inspired by the pain that I felt losing my father and grandmother, and how the holidays were no longer the same. It's like, what's the point of the holidays?
Right. Yeah.
So I really get it.
Yeah.
And it's not fun. And a lot of people overlook a lot of the people that's going through things, and tis the season, woohoo. But a lot of
Right.
people don't feel that way.
They don't have family, they don't have people, they don't have a tribe. So they're just like looking at all this fun stuff going on, familial stuff, because holidays are like built around family, and they don't have that per se. So they're just depressed. The shorter days, less sunlight. It's a tough
Well,
time for
you'll
some
hear the
people.
song and you'll get it. It's just
I
that.
can't
It's called
wait.
Holiday Blues. So that'll be coming out soon too.
Oh, I can't wait. So listen, I'm a segue on that and ask
Mhm.
you, what is on the horizon for Oya the singer, the spirit of Oya the movement? You got new books, albums, projects. What's going on?
All of that.
What's going on? What you got going on?
All of that going on. So definitely been working on a couple of new books.
Okay.
Always recording new music. As I told you, the Holiday Blues, that's going to be coming out, for the holidays. I have another song that I'll be recording this month that I wrote that's awesome, that I think I'm going to put out on my birthday coming up in January to start off the year. And
when's your birthday?
January 3rd.
Okay. Nice.
I have the masterclass, the 5-star points for success masterclass that, everyone can, check out, whether go to my website or, like I said, on Instagram, click the link on the bio, and they'll be able to, tap in, whether that's live or, taking any of the other classes and things that I offer, masterclasses and workshops and all that kind of fun stuff, and really building out a larger platform for healing, growth, and transformation, working with my team to get all of that great stuff out and allow people to, really do the soul work,
Yeah.
and in this way that I like to. You can tell my personality by now. Like, we do some really deep work. I mean, there's people that, they got their Kleenex out because they know they're going to be blowing their nose, crying, and they feeling it. But the relief that they know that they get from that is the reason why they show up. And I love working with courageous people that they're willing to
show
face
up.
fear and show up.
Yes.
And they get amazing results. And this is what keeps me going, to see the results that everybody gets. It's the healing, So that's why I do what I do. And that's what's on the horizon, and really excited about sharing more of it publicly than the inside work that I do with the organizations and with my one-on-one clients and such, but really putting it more out there. And working with my team to put more out so people can see it as how you found me. So that's what we're doing.
Yes. And I am super excited for every last bit of it. The song, the masterclass, whatever new book you're working on. Don't know if you have one, but
Yep. It's two of them that I'm working on simultaneously. Okay. So one is a guide daily, and another one, well, I'll let you see it because I really don't want to give away the title.
Okay. All right.
Yep. But we're finishing up. I'm finishing it up now. We're going to get that out soon. So I'm excited about that, and all the new music. And I have so much music that's already out. So make sure you're checking all that stuff out on Spotify or, iTunes. All this, I got Spirit of Oya was my debut. My Father's Star. My Father's Star is the project that is dedicated to mental health awareness, suicide prevention, and soul care. That's linked to my documentary, Ending the Pain, which is about 7 suicide survivors. So I'm going to share that with you too, since you're in that movement as well. Yes. And that program is available for people that really want to bring that to their schools or their organizations around that mental health time. Really, it's like we have these times, these months, these days or weeks, and that's all cool. But this is the everyday kind of conversation, right? Yes. Because we can't wait to, it's Suicide Prevention Week this week, this month, because somebody can be going through something today. So it's really a good time for any organization to bring this, program where we play the documentary, and, with myself, and I have suicide prevention specialist and, some of the people that were involved that, can answer questions, but really it's about providing that hope. And the reason why I did that documentary was that so people could look at those suicide survivors and see if they can do it, I can do it. So it wasn't just me giving encouraging, inspiring words, but really see how they did it and how they cope even still to this day. And if you listen to My Father's Star, the interludes are people that are sharing their experiences. And it's just really powerful. And that's a part of how Look at Us Rise was also developed. And it's because it's a part of anti-bullying, anti-hate, anti-racism, working through and coming through the darkness, the sadness to rise.
Yeah.
So that's there's so much going on, but it's all utilizing.
Y'all, when I tell you these show notes going to be loaded with links, it's going to be loaded with links. Y'all could be like,
I'll share all the different.
I want it to be easy when they go to see the show notes. I'm gonna put a little blurb on there about what we talked about, but it's gonna be link for whatever
so they can have that access.
Might need. Yes,
I appreciate it. Yeah,
absolutely. So, Miss Oya, this is the end of the formal part of our little chat. Now we get to the fun part.
Okay.
So this is gonna be 10 candid questions.
Okie dokie.
They're going to be 10 questions I'm going to shoot at you. Some of them are going to be yes or no. Some require a more fleshed out response, but I want them all to be, first thoughts that come to your head when you hear them.
Okie dokie.
You ready? All right. First question is coffee or tea?
Tea.
Okay. Second question, if you had to start your music career all over again from day one, would you do anything different?
No.
Straight like that. No. Okay. Third question. What is your biggest pet peeve?
People saying try.
Why did I not see that coming?
Don't try. We gonna do it or not. Come on.
Yes. Fourth question. How has your life been different from what you had imagined it to be?
Wow. How is my life different than how I imagined it to be?
Or would be?
Mm-hmm. This isn't a short answer.
That's okay.
So when I was in college, it was like my freshman year, maybe sophomore, but I think it was freshman. I had to do an intake, and in one of my psychology classes, and I did this questionnaire. This was supposed to tell us where we were going to end up with our. And when I got my results back, it was like 90 some crazy %, 95, 98%, something like super high that I was going to be a minister.
Oh, really?
And I was like, oh no, this is not right. This is somebody else's test.
Ooh, but I kind of get it. I kind of get it though.
You see where we're going with this?
Yeah, I kind of get it.
Fast forward all these years later. Doggone it. If I'm not doing ministry.
Aren't you though?
It's just, I didn't see it. Like however I answered those questions was about me being of service and love and helping people. And it's like, oh my gosh, it's through my music ministry. It's through my speaking and helping people connect to their soul, to the truth, to their spirit, to ignite them in love and peace and bringing people together. Like, duh, little girl, that's ministry. So I didn't get it then because I didn't have like some perfect title. And and I think I just was thinking like maybe too religious or different things growing up, like what I didn't like. And, that's a
Right.
whole nother conversation
Right.
and I think that I got caught up in thinking that that's
In
what
the
that
word.
was, but
Yeah.
that's not what it was. And that's not what it is. But what it
Okay.
is what I'm doing right here now.
Yes. I
Yeah.
love it. So, all right. 5th question.
Mhm.
Dogs or cats?
Oh, you can't do that to me.
I'm sorry.
I really have to pick one? No, I can't do that. Both.
Okay, both. Listen, both is a valid answer. All right. I love both. I'm highly allergic to cats, although I'm a Leo. That makes absolutely no sense, but I am a dog person.
I mean,
But
I think in a way you can have maybe a little bit more fun with dogs outside hiking and doing stuff.
right.
I see people do that with their cats too. And
Yes.
I have a cat friend that when I'm on the East Coast going back and forth, that like when I take walks, the cat actually walks with me.
On a leash?
No.
Oh, just free. Okay.
We have walked and the cat's like, oh, I'm going to go and walk with you guys.
Okay.
Like, oh, okay. So that was fun. So, but
Yeah.
I mean, but I love both of them. They're awesome.
Both is a great answer. So next question.
Mhm.
What is the one thing you believe the world is lacking most?
The first word that came to my mind was love.
Mm-hmm.
And right next door to that thought, because of course we've talked about this in us coming together, was compassion. I think that when we don't do the work within our own self, it's very challenging to see what other people are going through. But if we're really honest, that's another good word, honesty. If you're really honest with yourself, then you can see what your brothers and sisters are going through, and you'll recognize that everybody is your brother and sister. Like we're all in this, right? So it's that.
Okay. All right. That was more than one thing, but they all really
I mean,
they intersect
we
so
can
much.
lead with love, right? We can just
lead
lead with
love.
love.
Yep.
But gosh, there's so many other great words that are like parts of that, like the empathy, the compassion, the honesty,
Yeah.
But we're gonna rock with love.
All right. Introvert or extrovert?
I think I think it's like with that dog cat answer. I'm both. I'm like 1 minute I'm out there, and another minute like I won't even use my voice or talk to anybody a weekend, and I just want to be quiet and read and chill. So
you're either extroverted introvert or introverted extrovert. Boom. There we go.
I think I would say I'm more extroverted because I don't mind being on stage and platform and being out there and socializing and obviously connecting with people. If I was really introverted for real, I wouldn't even want to be doing these interviews and stuff like that. But I can
your bubbliness comes through loud and clear.
Yeah, so I'm extroverted first, but I can really just go. I'm telling you, I can go days. I could really just be up in the cut, go to the desert. I'm telling you, a cabin, be quiet. I don't need TV. I don't need to talk. I don't need to, and I think that's a part of my refueling as well. But I love being quiet and listening to the leaves drop. Like it's amazing.
Or the waves come in.
Ooh, come on, stop on it.
Okay, whew, I'm getting all sweaty over here. All right. Is there anything you wish that I had asked you during our chat, and what would your answer have been?
No, I really enjoyed this chat. I think I'm trying to think because we've covered so much in the movement and how all of this is integrated with music. I mean, really, as far as people hearing about the book and the music and the master classes, I mean, those are just all links. People can find out more information about what I do. But as far as having a nice, healthy, positive conversation to share about what I do on this planet, and to encourage and inspire people. I think we've done that.
Yes, yes. All right. Nice question. Who is on your personal music playlist? Who you got on your personal playlist? What you listen to?
Oh gosh, it's it's so many people. It depends on the day. It could be Willie Nelson.
Okay.
It could be Roberta Flack. It could be Ella Fitzgerald. It could be Frank Sinatra. It could be, it could be, I mean, it could be Bob Marley.
Okay.
It could be, then, it could be, gosh, blues. I'm so dependent on the mood. It can be me listening to classical blues to EDM stuff.
Okay.
It could be, I love classic rock. I was just listening to Journey. I actually performed a Journey. I did Don't Stop Believing last night.
Oh my God.
I did No Doubt. That was so fun. Everybody was like, oh my gosh, they hadn't heard it in so long. I did an event and I mixed in some 70s, 80s, 90s. Oh, you know who I love? The Bee Gees. I have a whole Bee Gees list. Like when I was really little, I've found the movie because they replay like all the these old movies and stuff. And Saturday Night Fever.
Yeah.
Like one of my favorite movies. And so I fell in love with the Bee Gees then, right? And then so, how deep is your love? How deep is deep, right?
And you know what? It's so funny you picked that song because PJ Morton does a version of that song that I absolutely love.
Oh, is that right? I didn't know that. I have to check that out.
With Yeba. Oh my God, it's so dope.
Have I heard that? I don't know.
Probably have.
I probably have. Like I listen to all kinds of different, playlists to like keep, in the mix and different, like all the music of today. And people, that I like that's like doing a thing. Kendrick Lamar, you feel me? Like it's just so
my playlist. When I'm at I put people are like, don't put your playlist on because you got everything from Bon Jovi to Smokey Norfolk on there. I'm like,
okay. That's
what I do. That's what I do.
Yeah. I mean, so it depends. When I'm on road trips, I do like I can be in the whole disco, like listen to some Donna Summers and classic rock, and then other times I just want to trap out and be like, what I mean, and be like, hey, hear this, you know what I mean, hey, So it just depends on the mood, and then sometimes, like I said, just want to hear just some beautiful classical piano, some strings,
That's what I used to study to classical music because it didn't have words to distract me from what I was studying. So that was always what I had on classical.
Yeah, that's good. That's some good stuff.
Yes, sir. All right. 10th and final question, which is the same for everybody. How can my listeners connect with Oya, the artist, and the spirit of Oya?
Spiritofoya.com is the website, and Spirit of Oya is everywhere on YouTube, Facebook, Instagram's probably where I'm most, social. So definitely follow me at Spirit of Oya on Instagram. And that's where I do post different things in my stories to keep people up to date on events. And then I'll update my link tree, Twitter, Spirit of Oya. Everything is Spirit of Oya. The Facebook is Spirit of Oya page, but everything else is Spirit of Oya. That's the way to find me. And then on Spotify, iTunes, all of that, definitely check out Spirit of Oya, my father's star, and my latest project. Thank you for the memories. That's the tribute to Willie Nelson. And you can find all the other singles, including the one that is a part of this big movement as far as the anti-bullying and, bringing us all together, the anti-hate and racism. Like, we ain't got no business doing that. That's a waste of time. What the value of time is connecting and loving each other. And that's how we really, that's what Look at Us Rise is about. So definitely support Look at Us Rise. Check out that video on YouTube.
Yes.
Look at Us Rise on YouTube, my page, Spirit of Oya. Or just type in Look at Us Rise Oya, it'll pop up. That's where I really want a lot of people to go right now, because that's really the biggest focus of all for me right now, this Look at Us Rise.
Yeah. I'm telling you that we're at 59 minutes and that it feels like 10 minutes.
I know. So
oh
great.
My God. Thank you so much. So listen, Khalil Gibran, who is one of my favorite people to quote, said that music is the language of the spirit. It opens the secret of life, bringing peace and abolishing strife. And you, Miss Oya Thomas, and your music and your soul-centered programs so embody that quote and the spirit of that quote. I so appreciate you spending this time with me, giving all these gems to my listeners. I can't even tell you how honored I am to have had you on my show.
Well, I'm honored that you asked me to be on your show. What a beautiful show that you have. We always do a little peekaboo to see, who is the person and what they got going, because all podcasts are not made alike.
Yeah,
and I saw that you're using your platform. Bless you for, bringing on people to really talk. Like you said, you're about to talk about suicide prevention. Like, these are topics that we need to really talk more about. And so you're using your platform in a beautiful way. So we have that in common. And that's why I was like, absolutely, when you brought me, asked me and brought me this invite. So, we checked out your platform. It's like, yeah, this beautiful being is doing great work on this planet. So anytime, thank you. And I also want to say thank you for seeing me and what I'm doing. As everyone could hear in my story, it took a while to get to where I'm at, to figure this all out. Much like, the mosaic on the front cover of Look at Us Rise. You see all those.
I love it.
Yeah, it's because it's like a puzzle. It's like, to me, that's why life can be frustrating sometimes, and trying to get it all figured out. And it took me a while. And I also say this to inspire someone right now that just feels frustrated. Like, I get so much stuff going on. Yeah, it be like that. That's how life is. And so you just have to just keep moving. And then one day you will look up, and I'm still growing. I'm still getting other pieces of the puzzle all put in, but it's just like the puzzle, like I can see the vision now, so many pieces of the puzzle, but it's still, I got a lot more to do, in this lifetime. But I'm just saying, like, it took me a while to integrate it all, to make it all make sense.
Right.
Because it just was so much. And now it's like, now you can look at me, hear me, see me. And the way that you speak about me is like, yes, exactly what I do. Thank you. But before it wasn't like that, because people were like, nah, that don't make sense. And they couldn't explain what I did. And I
see the whole puzzle.
Totally do it either. So now it feels really great and rewarding. And my heart is happy. My little girl is happy. The adult me is happy. Thank you. Thank everyone for listening.
Thank you so much. So guys, as you all know, the show will be transcribed, and all of Oya's links, and there's going to be a bunch, are going to be in the show notes. But I want you guys to please don't forget to go to the website, www.thekandidshop.com, Kandid with K. Listen to some episodes, especially this one, or 3 or 4. Drop a review, sign up for the mailing list, like, follow, share, tell your friends about the show. And until next time, I want all you guys to keep it safe, keep it healthy, and keep it candid.
Beyond colors, we are love. So diverse and beautiful. Through so much we've overcome. In this world where we belong. Just close your eyes and visualize the ones who came before you. so easy to cave in.
But you did it, you faced it.
So strong you never gave in.
You weren't defeated.
The road was hard, but look at us rise. Oh, look at us rise.